Have you ever been in a situation when you're driving, and out of nowhere, your car goes lopsided? Maybe because of a flat tire? Yes? No? Regardless, I'm going to teach you guys how to change a spare tire today. First, you have to locate and remove your spare tire and your jack. Then, you have to take off your tire, and finally, you have to put your tire back on. Let's get into it. Now, in my car, you open the hatch, and your jack is right here. There's a jack, and there are two parts that come with it. This one is to take out your lug nuts in your tire, this one is to jack the car up. Now my spare tire, if you'll come with me down here, is under the car, right here. So, to get that, I have to open up this compartment right here, and get it open. There we go. As you can see, it's just a little pentagon. Now inside my lug nut jack, I've got a pentagon. Put that on here. And just twist it to get my spare tire down. As you can see now, I've taken my spare tire all the way to the ground, and for the sake of the video, I'm not gonna unhook the tire and put it on because I've got 4 functional tires. But as you can see, it says temporary use only. This tire I have right here is called a donut. It is used for 20 to 30 miles of driving and cannot go over 50 miles an hour, whereas these can go through various different miles per hour and how much distance you need. This is to get you somewhere safely where you can get your own and get a new tire. Before you begin to change your tire, always put on your emergency brake. That'll prevent the car from moving or drifting forward or backwards when you're trying to change your tire. Now that you have your jack and all the extra pieces you need out of your car, you come over to whatever tire is flat. None of mine are flat, but I'm using this one for example purposes. And you begin by loosening each of these lug nuts because they're all on very tight. So you gotta loosen each one of them now, because if you were to jack the car up and then try and loosen them, the tire would just start spinning and you wouldn't be able to take it off. So once you loosen all 5 of those lug nuts, you can then pick up your jack. And on each and every jack will tell you where your car's access points are, because they're reinforced with extra steel. So on mine, they're right behind this tire and right in front of that one. If you come down here, you can see right here is the reinforced steel. It's been used, and that's where I'm going to put the jack to jack the car up and take this tire off. All right, let's get into it. Now that you have your tire raised up, just enough as it's off the ground, you take each and every lug nut out. Now that you have all of your lug nuts out, you take off the tire, you prepare to put on your new one. Now, if you were to misplace your lug nuts or lose them, you'd go around on each and every one of your tires and take one off of them and put it onto there. That way they're still balanced and your tire would stay on. Put on your spare tire. Again, this is the same tire I just took off. For the sake of the video, I didn't use the actual spare tire. So to put this one back on, you have to align these 5 bolts right here with those right there. So once you align them, you will just lift the tire straight up onto those bolts. Now that it's on, you'll take each of your lug nuts and put them on, back on. Now, the trick to putting back on lug nuts is you put them on in a, what's what I'm looking for? Diangular fashion. So once you put one on there, you would go directly across from it, put one on here. Seeing as most cars are 5 lug nuts car, you put it on in the fashion of a star. There we go. Now with all 5 lug nuts on the car, I'll now jack the car back down and then tighten each and every one of those with this handy tool right here. So now that you have your car jacked back down to the ground, you're going to use this and tighten each and every one of your lug nuts in the same fashion you put them on. If I haven't clarified earlier, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Simple. Now using your hands and feet to tighten these, you're going to put it on as tight as you can. There are these things called torque guns that will tighten these for you. And a lot of times they'll do it too tight. So if you're just changing the tire manually, do it as tight as you possibly can. And there you have it. I'll come back to you as soon as I get all 5 of these tightened up. I've tightened all the lug nuts. Time to put our gear back. It all should fit right back in its place, which is where you got it from. Got my hook from right here. Got my lug nut tool right here. The jack just perfectly in there. Put that back on. There you have it. The jack is back. And there you have it. Now, each and every one of you should know how to change a tire. First, you locate your jack and your spare tire and get that tire out. Second, take the first tire off. And third, put the tire back on. Thank you. Ooh, and one more thing. Caitlin, will you go to homecoming with me?